Good morning, YouTube. Batcave Comics. It is time to do a top 50. Everyone's rolling out their top 50. I decided to do one. So, put on your seatbelts, strap in. This could potentially be a long video. I will try to get through it as fast as I can. I don't want to put any of you guys to sleep. A lot of these books I've shown before. A few I haven't. I try to throw a few different in the mix. I would say probably about 25 of these could be interchangeable in many different ways in my collection. The other, I'd say half, are definitely the top tier in my collection. Some of the picks were also due to, I would say, condition, not necessarily value. So, let me get started. Try not to make this video too long. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So, with that being said, I'm going to start off with... What am I going to start off with? I will start off with Daredevil 168. This is the first appearance of Elektra. Definitely a nice high-grade copy. One that will be getting sent to CGC. It's just that I've got so many others I want to send down first. Next one up. Marvel Spotlight 32. First Spider-Woman. Super, super high-grade copy. Well, I wouldn't say super, super high-grade. I would definitely say high-grade, though. That's for sure. And then a book with one of my favorite covers. Of course, you know, you say that with a lot of books because a lot of books have your favorite cover. But Amazing Spider-Man 100, fantastic cover, definitely a high grade. This one should not grade under a 9.4, in my opinion. And I will have it pressed and dry cleaned just to make sure. Then another nice super high grade book. Avengers 196, First Taskmaster. Definitely should be at least a 9.6. Of course, you know, you're always shooting for the 9.8. And then one that I bought right off the newsstand for $1. New Mutants 87 newsstand edition. First cable. Super high grade. This one I've been holding off on because I've wanted to get it signed. But now with, I don't know, a lot of the stuff that has been going on with Rob Liefeld, and he doesn't want to sign for CGC and other things, this one's been on the back burner for a while. So this potentially might be getting graded without a signature. Moving on. Showcase number... What, I can't really tell the number of this because the way it's printed. I think this is 31 or 34. I don't know. If somebody knows, let me know. The number's right there, but you can barely see it. But this is the first appearance of the Atom. Alright, let me get these out the way. Gotta make space. Alright, rolling on. And these are in no particular order. Gonna start with some gradeds now. I do have Avengers number 57. First Vision 7.0. Definitely one that could improve with a pressing and dry cleaning. Because I had actually quite a few of my books graded years ago. Before I even knew about pressing and dry cleaning. So there's a handful I need to return to CGC. Plus, I'd like to get the new cases too. Swamp Thing number 1. Signed by Bernie Wrightson. That's one reason why this made the top 50. And that hit a 9.4 plus the grade. I actually thought this would hit a 9.6. But unfortunately, it did not. Moving on, I do have Fantastic Four. Number 48, First Silver Surfer. 4.0. This one, I don't know if having this press and dry clean would bump the grade up, because it has a subscription crease all the way down the book. So a pressing dry clean might possibly bump that up. That's one I'm kind of on the bubble about sending in. Alright, another one that could definitely improve from a pressing and dry cleaning. Iron Fist number 14. First Sabretooth. That hit a 8.0, and I did have that signed by Stan Lee. So I was happy about that. And then Amazing Spider-Man 194, First Black Cat. That graded a 9.2, and yes, it was signed. I'll give you $1 if you can find the signature. It's right there. See it? Signed by Stan Lee on a black cover and black ink, even though I specifically gave them a silver marker. So I was happy to pay for, I was happy to pay $100 for a signature you can't see. I'm sure all you guys would be. Okay, moving on. New Teen Titans number 2. First Deathstroke. Graded 9.2. Signed by George Perez. The reason why this hit a 9.2, which I thought would be definitely a higher grade, is a collector mistake. See right there? That's a tape pull. I did that. Dumbass me, I should have known better. Or that probably would have graded a 9.6. I mean, the book's beautiful. Then one of my favorite all-time covers. Amazing Spider-Man 238, first appearance of the Hobgoblin. I did have this signed by Jim Shooter, John Romita Jr. And this is the Canadian Price newsstand book. Excuse me. And that did pop a 9.8. I did buy one of these cover price right off the shelf, and I believe the regular price, or the US price, was 60, maybe 65 cents. But I ended up selling that and picking up this copy. Okay, the next book. This one is Daredevil 131. I had it signed by Stan Lee right there. Now here's a perfect example. This hit a 9.2. This was originally an 8.5. I bought this already graded. And I sent it in, pressed, dry cleaned, and it went up almost a full grade. It went from an 8.5 to a 9.2. So I was pretty happy with that. Alright, my next one, this is a $5 purchase from Goodwill. All-Star Western, number 10, first appearance of Jonah Hex. This did hit a 6.0, but I was happy with that for $5. Plus, this book is not a real easy one to find in the wild, that's for sure. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this book in the wild, except for the one I saw at Goodwill. So I got pretty lucky with this. Next one, Amazing Spider-Man 50, first appearance of the Kingpin, origin of Spider-Man retold. Definitely one I want to have pressed. I don't think it will bump the grade up. It's a 4.0, but it is kind of wavy. So I just want it a pressing to give the presentation a little bit, a little bit better. And I did have it signed by Stan Lee, and actually this is one of my favorite Stan Lee signatures, because on this cover it just pops so well. I mean, it looks so good in my opinion. Alright, moving on. Captain America 100, the premiere issue. origin retold in the first Bronze Age Captain America. And that hit a 4.0. Next up on the list is Tomb of Dracula, number 10, signed by Stan Lee, and that hit a 7.0. This is definitely another book that could probably improve from a pressing and dry cleaning. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I did have a bunch of books graded before I even knew about pressing and dry cleaning. Alright, another book I got for $1, which, you know, was probably a bad purchase. But Hulk 180 hit an 8.5, signed by Stan Lee. I was super happy to pay $100 for him to mutilate Hulk's face. But, you know, I guess you got to take what you get. Next one up, one of my favorite. I bought newsstand, $1.50. Or when it first came out. Amazing Spider-Man 300. First full Venom. I did have it signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane. And it graded an 8.5. I was definitely hoping this book would have at least went into the 9s. And it's funny about this. It originally was an 8.0. I sent it in for a pressing and dry cleaning. It came back an 8.5. And when I looked at it, there is like no way this book got pressed. So I paid for a pressing that never happened. Because there's definitely a few little things on here that could still be pressed out that were there originally that I know didn't get pressed out. So, I mean, I don't know how that works. You pay for something and don't get it. And of course, you're not going to argue with CGC because they don't give a shit. Next one up. This is another $1 purchase. I bought it the same time as the Hulk 180. But Amazing Spider-Man 129, First Punisher, 7.0, signed by Stan Lee. And I can guarantee this one would go up with a pressing and dry cleaning. So that will definitely be done in the future. Alright. Iron Man number 55. First appearance of Thanos. Mentor. Drax the Destroyer. Star Fox. Cronus. And the Blood Brothers. So this issue is just packed full of goodness. And that was signed by Stan Lee. It hit a 6.5. It's so funny how different Stan Lee's signature comes out. Look how tight and small that is compared to that one. That one's all like loose and sloppy, you know? I mean, that comparison could be made for a lot of things. Alright, moving on. House of Secrets number 92. First appearance of the Swamp Thing. And this graded a 7.0. Was definitely happy with this grade. This book is one that is not easy to get in high grade. And I did have it signed by Bernie Wrightson right there. Which, I love his signature. It's huge. It definitely can stand out. So, I was happy to get that done. Then here's a 16 cents purchase. No biggie. Giant Size X-Men number 1. I did have this one signed by Stan Lee. It graded a 5.5. Once again, another one that needs to go back and have pressed and dry cleaned. I think this would hit at least a 6.0 if I had that done. And if I do have it, I'll make a video on it so you guys can see the results. Alright, here's another $1 purchase. Hulk 181. First full appearance of Wolverine. Definitely one of my favorite books. He's always been one of my favorite characters growing up. This originally I had graded at a 5.0, sent it back, pressed, dry cleaned, and it bumped up a whole grade, so I was super, super happy about that. Alright, next one. It is Journey into Mystery, number 85, the first appearance of Loki, third appearance of Thor, also the first appearance of Heimdall, Asgard, and Odin. If I said that right. Some of these names are a little difficult. But, yeah, this hit a 2.0. But still, you know, happy to own some of these older books like that, even in low grade. Alright, let me get rolling. Because I probably still have, I don't know, 10 or 15 left in the top 50. But another dollar purchase, brand new when it first came out. New Mutants 98. First full appearance of a ton of characters, notably Deadpool. I did have that signed by Stan Lee, Rob Liefeld, and Fabian Nicieza. And super happy to get that done. I was really hoping for a 9.8, but I got a 9.6. So I will definitely live with that. Alright. Counting her down. Defenders, number 1. This one hit a 7.5. And I believe this one was, you know what? I think I skipped on the pressing on this. And now I wish I wouldn't have. So this one, I don't even know if it'd be worth sending back to possibly get a 0.5 bump. That's a decision I'll have to make later on down the road. Alright, we're at 17 minutes, so let me get rolling. Next one. Silver Surfer number 1. Origin of the Silver Surfer. This is the Tales of the Watcher story begins in this one, and it's the origin of the Watcher. But that graded 5.0. And you know, guys, books like this, I don't mind, you know, lower to mid grades, 5.0s. I'm perfectly happy with that. All right, let me get these out of the way. Sorry for all the crinkling noises. They're in these bags. All right, moving down the list. Iron Man number 1 hit a 5.0. Iron Man and Submariner. This is the issue right after Iron Man Submariner number 1. And this and the origin of Iron Man is retold in this also. Conan number 1, 6.0. Origin and first appearance of Conan. Also the first appearance of King Cole in Cameo. Another one of my all-time favorite characters. I've always loved Ghost Rider growing up. This particular Ghost Rider. First appearance of Son of Satan in this. This one hit a 7.0. So, kind of happy with that. I actually thought this would have been a higher grade when I purchased it. But, you know, I guess you got to take what you can get. Alright, winding it down. I think I have, like 4 left. Something like that, 4 left. So I'll roll with Daredevil number 1, low grade. I did get this for a pretty good price. This is probably a 2.0. I bought this maybe 5-6 years ago. But, I mean, I'm happy with this. You know, I don't run into stuff like this in my area a whole lot. So, I'm happy to have that. And these, were in no particular order. I don't know if I said that. Alright, counting her down to the last 3. Avengers number 1. This is from 1963, origin and first appearance of the Avengers. And this hit a 1.0, but still super, super happy to own that. Now this was a purchase that broke my bank right here. I paid a whopping 16 cents for this book. X-Men #1, origin and first appearance of the X-Men. And that hit a 1.5. But still, for that price, I'd take a 5.5. And the last one I'm going to show, yeah, I believe that this is the last one, is Journey into Mystery, #83, first appearance of Thor. Hit a 1.0, but still super, super happy to own this book. And I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Well, I ran 21 minutes. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone's support they show me. They sub me up. They leave a lot of fantastic comments and share a lot of great content. Hopefully next year's top 50 will be quite different. No promises, though. There's still a ton of great books out there that I definitely want to get. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, Batcave Comics, out.